Tonight, Florida homeowners a step closer to seeing a drop in their property taxes. In a special session, state lawmakers finally approved the measure, but it still faces a big hurdle before becoming law. The measure, of course, a major priority for Governor Ron DeSantis. Voters will ultimately have the final say come November in a referendum. Under the proposal, the homestead property exemption would rise from $50,000 to $150,000 next year, and then up even more to $250,000 in 2028. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray was there for the lengthy debate, which went on for a couple of days. She's your reporter live in Tallahassee. So, Joan, the stage is set for a big political debate on whether this is a great idea or a dangerous gimmick. So how will both sides frame their arguments, do you think?
Well, get ready for the big fight. You're going to see a lot of stuff in your mailbox and also a lot of ads on television. Question is, how will it be paid for? Now, remember, during 2024, the DeSantis administration did use some taxpayer dollars to fund those campaigns that were, by the way, successful, like legalizing recreational marijuana and the abortion ban. Remember that those two amendments were defeated by a very narrow margin, not due in large part to those very big campaigns, ad campaigns launched by the DeSantis administration. Now, when it comes to the cities and counties, do they have budgets to do this? Yes. And most likely, I think you'll also see the counties, Miami-Dade and Broward, doing some advertising, talking about the possible ill effects of this and what it may mean for the average homeowner in terms of services that they may lose. So we're going to have to see how that all shakes out, but do expect that this battle is going to be starting very soon.
Yeah, of course. And since you brought the homeowners, Joan, of course, homeowners may save some money, but here's the question: will we run the risk of being nickel and dime for things that we now don't have to pay for?
And you know, that is really the big question, and that came up again and again, you know, during this debate. Different lawmakers, primarily Democrats, asking like, well, if the counties or cities do not have this money, how are you going to fund this gap? And nobody really knows. It has been suggested that cities and counties will revert to implementing fees. So say you want to go to your city park, maybe you're going to have to pay a fee to go there. The bigger question is, what are they going to do about these other, how are they going to fund these other very vital services that we've all come to rely upon? Because the areas really going to be taking a hit are like mosquito control and even like the pet shelters. They are heavily property tax dependent, and nobody knows. South Florida Water Management District, another one. So nobody knows exactly, since those basically agencies are funded primarily by property tax dollars, what happens when those millions of dollars go away? Nobody knows. So there will be a lot of questions, but again, we'll have to see, you know, how the voters are going to lean in November, because I'm sure you talk to people, I talk to my neighbors, some people are very for it, some people against it because they're fearful of how their services are going to be affected. So this is going to be a really interesting campaign come November. It
certainly will, and of course a lot of people here in South Florida, of course, rent, Joan, and the question will be, what will they get out of this? And that's another issue that we can talk about at a later date. Joan Murray reporting to us from Tallahassee.
Zero.
There you go, you answered it.
Thanks,
Joan, appreciate it.